Hello you, it's Josh here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Kosii College course. Today we're going to be showing you how to build the lovely little rustic style, kind of like an entrance, so you can build your own entrances. Now the difficulty of today's episode is about to hard, so do keep that in mind. It's kind of a hard build, but you know, depending on the size of what entrance you're building, it might cost more or less money. But I'm not going to rant on, I'm going to get on with this tutorial. So without further ado, here's a lovely little jingle, and let's get on with the video. Right then, people, welcome to the massive death arena of death and death and death. Here is what we're basically going to be building today. Although the thing is that building this all in one tutorial would make this tutorial about like an hour and a half long. And you'll also see that I haven't completed it in some places, but shh, no one will ever know about that. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to build elements of this, and then you can either build this sort of thingy here in this design, or you can use this sort of building style in your own sort of thingy. One thing that I did want to start off this tutorial by saying, if you do want to use this exact style, or this exact building, please do give credit to me, just because it's a style that I did come up with myself sort of thingy. I mean, you know, you don't really have to, but it'd be nice because then it, you know, helps me out a little bit here. And support, you know, you're supporting me a little bit by just, you know, giving me a little shout out. Anyway, basically what we're going to start off with here, actually, let's go back into this. Oh, I've got that in my hand, hang on. What we're going to start off with here is I'm going to show you how to do a just a normal wall right here. So the way that we do this here is that if we just go into scenery, get our primitives out, we can use a primitive cuboid right here. Can we place it in the middle though? No, because this doesn't have any middle, does it? We'll just place it like this then, so we'll go like 2 across. Oh wait, no, it does have a middle. I'm dumb, it turns out. Well, we'll get a 3 like that then. So we're going to just build some primitives along like this, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go 2 up like this, and that is all you need for a bottom floor. Now, the colors that you want to use here, you want to go into your little painter right here. You want to use the brick texture, as well as this color right here. You want to paint that like that, just the top 2. And then you want to grab your rock right here in the exact same color, but just change the material to rock. Bring that all the way across, and there you go. You can see you've got that lovely little wall, but right now it's looking a little bit flat. So what we want to do is we want to come over here. We want to grab a roof trim. In fact, let me just show you how to do that a little bit easy there. We just come into scenery, go to roof and ceilings, scroll across until we found a random roof trim, bring this up and bring it 3 across like this. Pretty simple. And then we just want to paint it the exact same thing that we did with the rock right here. And that's basically how you do the bottom floor here. You can see it is pretty simple, really, when you think about it. But then what we're going to show you now is the upper floor here, which is a little bit more complicated and a little bit harder to do. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to zoom back in because I'm an idiot. And we're going to get a primitive right here. And we're going to build this up, as you can see, 1, 2, 3 tall like that. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, I do want to point out that you can make these different heights if you want. I'm just using it 3 and 3 because if you look at the scale of your character, really, it should only be about 2 each floor. But that looks a bit weird, so we go with 3 here because that's the, you know, that's the nearest sort of good thing, I guess. So for the colors right here, you're going to come into here. You're going to grab this color right here. You're going to come down to here. And you're going to find wooden planks. We're just going to dab that all the way through there like that. Magical. And there you go. All you now need to do then is we need to grab these roof trims again. Press Ctrl to bring them up, press Shift to lock the height, and there you go, just bring them all the way across. And that's basically the basics of that all done, I guess. Now, in terms of roofs, the way that this works here is that if we just go into roofs and ceilings, I use the double high one right here. And if you just go into your item snapping here, you go into half snapping. You can bring it up to a half here, so it looks like this. So it's just kind of like this middle part, well, the middle part of the roof is touching this corner right here. And we're just going to bring that all the way across like that. Pretty simple. Now you can choose 2 different colors is what I use. I use either this color right here, or I use this color right here. I recommend you alternate between the 2, or you can just use completely different colors, but they're just the colors that look averagely the best, I guess. Is that a word? Who knows? Next, what you want to do though is you want to come over to your primitives and scroll all the way across until you found this one right here. You can see this is the steep one, the shallow one, and you've got the medium one right here. This is the one you want. You want to go into colors, change that one to brown, and change this here to wood. Then you just want to bring this across like this. We're going to go into a quarter snapping right here. And we're just going to lift that up. In fact, how did I do this? Don't mind me. Oh, wait, no, sorry, yeah. We're going to go back to a half right now, just while we place this in, just to make it our life just a little bit easier. So we're just going to go anywhere along here. We're just going to bring that up there until it goes to about, not there. What am I doing with my life? Sorry, it's a quarter. I'm very sorry, this part's a little bit complicated. You go to a quarter right there, a quarter vertical, and if we just bring that to here, bring that up to about there, bring that in, and then there you go. So let me just do that again here, just a little bit easier, just so it makes your life a lot easier. So what you want to do here, just pick a random thingy here, go in by one, and bring it all the way up here until it just, it doesn't poke through like that. And you just want to do that all the way across, as you can see right here now. I feel like that still does look wrong, though. It does look wrong, doesn't it? What on earth did I do here, then? I'm confused as hell. Maybe we went on to an 8th here. Honestly, either or will be fine here, but that is how it's supposed to go there. Just an 8th over. I'll just show you that properly. This is just a very complicated part of the roof right here, which is exactly why I didn't want to just show all of this, because it'd make it a lot harder to copy everything. But if we just bring this in by 1 here on an 8th grid like that, and then just bring that up, you can see, bring that until it doesn't poke through the roof anymore, and do like that. And once you've got that first one in here, it makes it a lot easier, because if you just go to your picker, click Ctrl and Shift, and then click on it right here, you can see you go into this mode. We'll just switch our move to a half right here, and then we could just click this along here, clicking G to place a pole in like that, and bring that all the way across like that. That's pretty simple there. Once you get past that first little complicated part, I'm very sorry I got that wrong. It's been a while since I've actually built this, so, you know, it's a little bit confusing. So what I reckon we do next now, obviously, just to keep in mind that these windows are easy to place. Just place them just under this finger right here. I'm not going to go through that because it's basically quite simple. And then, you know, do whatever you want. So next what we're going to do here is we're going to do this little balcony section, I guess, right here. So first of all, what we're going to do here, we'll just bring this over here. I'm just going to set everything back to normal here. There we go, default disabled. There we go. We're just going to go 3 across like this here. We're going to go 2 up like this. We're going to bring these roof trims all the way across. Same here, all the way across. We're going to bring these up 3 tall just for now. We might have to change this. In fact, I know we will later, but it's fine. Now, what I'm going to show you here is a 3 wide one. I think, yes, a 3 wide one. And then I'll also show you a 2 wide one just after this. But just hang on, people. We'll look at that after. So basically, what we want to start off by doing here is, as you can see, if we just look here, that is a half out right there. So we want to just set our thing to a half right here. We want to rotate it around, bring it out by a half, do the exact same over here. So it's half out like that. And then we want to get a gable roof piece right here, I think is what this this is called, and bring that just into the middle like that. Like I said, you can use any colors if you've skipped that first bit there. Any of these colors is what I normally use, either this color right here, up there, or this color right here, just down here, right there. That's completely up to you. That depends on what you like. Now what we can do is we can just set everything back to default and bring this into here. Now you will get a bit of collision here, as you can see in just this bit here, but there's nothing that you can really do about that. You can bring it down a tiny bit actually, and that would fix it, but honestly for this tutorial there's not really much point. It's a bit overcomplicated for this tutorial. So what we're next going to do here is that we're going to do a little bit of a complicated thing here, I think, because if I'm right in saying, let me just come over here just so I can double check, just because I don't want to get anything wrong here. It's quite a complex building style, you know. Right, yeah, what we want to do is we want to set our horizontal to a quarter, and we want to just bring that over. If we look here, 1, 2, okay, yeah, we'll just bring that out by a bit. Okay, am I going to actually be able to jump up? Go on. What the fuck are these branches? What am I stuck up? There we go, Jesus Christ. This is why I normally don't leave this arena, because it's a bit but yes, we're just going to come over here, and then we're not going to place this flat. We're going to bring it out by just a quarter like that, as you can see. So that overhangs by just a little bit. Just makes it look a little bit more interesting here. And in some cases makes it actually work a lot better. We want to do the same right there. And then we'll just pick this one right here. Bring that there. And then we want to copy that texture, bring it out like that. So as you can see, it looks a little bit like this. There we go. Oh god, it's so hard to see over here. Normally, this would be built inside the actual arena area. But the problem is that I can't really do that in this case. I don't want to fall off again, because that was hell. Does that? Oh, wait, I don't do that. Well, we'll do that anyway. Woohoo! So the next thing that we're going to do then, before we do anything like that woohoo stuff that I was on about, is we're going to set our horizontal to an 1/8 right here, our vertical to a quarter, just to make our life a bit easier. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it in like this, bring that down to just under the roof, bring that across to about there, and we're just going to place that in just like that. As you can see, pretty simple. We'll just bring that free across like that by using shift, and as you can see, it looks a little bit weird right now, but you just want to bring it there and all that sort of stuff, and just bring that like that. Oh, by the way, sorry, this one is primitive bar right there, and of course, you've just got this color right here and this wood right here. It's just this one right here down in your primitive. Sorry, I kind of just went into autopilot there. Next, then, what you're going to want is you want to come all the way over here to this primitive pole. If you just type in pole, to be honest, you can find it like this, and just click right here. Just this one right here. You want to place that just in the middle, like that. Boom. And then we want to scroll across here from that. We want to find this medium one right here, and just bring that into there. Bring that down a little bit so it's like this. Place it like that, place it like that, bring it across by 2 or by 1 like that, and exact same like that. And there you go. You can see that looks really lovely right there. We will just place all of that in like that. And there you go. You can pretty much see how that looks right there. Pretty simple, to be honest. And then what we're going to want is these little thingies that we were using on the last one here, we're going to use again, but we're just going to bring this in like this. Actually not in, sorry. You know what, actually, let's just make this a little bit easier on ourselves, because I think, in fact, no, we won't do that, because it might make it a little bit harder, to be honest. So we're just going to bring this in by 1 here, and then bring this all the way up to about either there or there. I normally bring it up so it's like this, and that'll just connect into there like that. It's not perfect, but if you do want to make this perfect, you can easily do that by just going into the advanced editor and moving it a little bit more. But honestly, in this case, there's not really much point in me making it perfect, because that would just take way too long and be absolutely pointless. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to chuck some roof trims in. That's pretty simple. You know how to do roof trims probably. I'm just going to chuck them in like this and just paint them. You'll see that a tiny bit of wood comes through, but honestly, it's fine. And then you'll get something like this. There you go. And then the final last little thing that we're going to do right here is we're just going to come all the way across and add one of these little wall woodens in like this. We're just going to bring that back to a half, that back to normal vertical grid, and there we go. As well as, actually, I have just realized, you do probably want to do some roof trims like this. Again, pretty simple roof trims. If you don't know how to do them, then this is how you do them. Pretty simply like that. You bring your corners on like this. Like that, sorry. Bring that on like that, and there you go. Just paint all that, and it'll all look lovely jubbly. There you go. So yeah, again, that's pretty simple right there. Now we'll do a 2 wide one, shall we? Yeah, sure. I get to answer all the questions. Mwahaha. So we're going to place 2 like that, just like that. You know, we're just going to build a 2 wide wall here. Like I said, you need to apply these all to your own... Oh, crap. You need to apply these all to your own things here. I'm just giving you a bit of a basis style to work off of, and then you can, you know, work out exactly what you want to do, you know, in your own build, and accommodate this to your own sort of build here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab some more roofs like this. Again, we're going to set this to a half. This is going to look very weird because it's just too wide, but we're just going to bring this out by a half like this, like that. Bring that in like that, so we've got something like this. We're going to do roof trim straight away here, just so it makes our life a little bit easier. We'll bring that like that, like that, like that. And then, of course, we'll bring in the sideways ones like this here, there, and that right there. Bring this one in right here. I mean, really, you don't have to bring the roof trims out on the front on this one, I don't think, because of, you know, you don't have this little gable piece right here. But it does just make it look much better. And just like the last one here, we just want to bring our primitive wedge right here. We want to bring this in like so, bring that like so, and there you go. You've got that entire wall in there. And now it gets pretty simple here. We just want to grab one of these primitive cuboids here. We want to just set this to an 1/8 right here. Set this to a 1/4 right here. Go to here, just going by 1. Bring that up until it just slightly pokes through your roof trim right here. Sorry about that, I just got it a little bit wrong there, so I had to fix it. And again, you just bring this in by 1, place it there so it's slightly poking through, and there you go. And then finally, you want to get your flat one right here. Not finally, actually, but you want to get these bars right here. And you simply want to bring it just there. So bring it there and bring it there. And there you go. That is your bar in right there. Wonderful. And then you want to get your middle one here with this pole. All this is just in wooden, by the way. I'm assuming you've watched the rest of the tutorial, so you already know what the colors are and stuff like that. I'm not going to go over it over and over. And then here we have us like, you know, shallow one right here. Place that like that, like that. And that's basically just how that works. Very, very simple, especially if you've done one of these before. It's literally the same thing. just a tiny bit different. Let's do these sort of like thingies right here, and then that's basically going to be everything we need to do here. I'll also do some like stuff with the chimneys and things like that, just to make sure, you know. So these are pretty simple. Again, what we're going to do is we're just going to get a pole right here. We'll just do this one across 3 like this, I think, just because then I can show off this and slightly a little bit more to do with this here. So we're just going to bring this up like this. We'll bring this up. How many did I do over here? 1, oh wait, let me just change this back to normal here. 1, 2, 3 up like that. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I'm just trying to make sure what I did, I actually didn't do here, so I don't screw anything up. Okay, so we got our bars right here. You know, actually, let's do the roofs first, because that'll make it a little bit easier for you guys to understand. Oh my god, it's so hard to tell what I actually did from all the way over here. Because I don't want to get this wrong, you know. Okay, yeah, it looks like I brung it out by a half. That makes sense. Right, so we want to just set this to a half right here. And then we're just going to bring this, how am I doing this? Okay. We're going to bring this like this. Now, you normally continue with this with some roofs like this and like this, but we're not going to do this in this one right here, just because that doesn't really make much sense. And then, of course, we're going to bring our lovely one like this. Bring that like that. And then we're just going to bring this flat all the way across the top. Oops, oops, oops. All the way across the top right here. As well as on these little sticky out parts, you want to bring this out by just another half like this, and then bring that out. In fact, actually, what you can do here, just to make your life a little bit easier and reduce the part count, is just bring that out like that. And there you go. You've got all your roof in there. Pretty simple stuff right there. I'm just making sure that I've actually done this right here. Oh, yeah, that actually only goes in half there because of how that works. But we're not doing that there. What I did over here, if you're just wondering what I'm on about, is I just brought this in by a half like this. So that's why it looks a little bit different on that one, just because half the roof is actually cut off. But we're not going to do that here. We're just going to show this sort of stuff here. So then what we want to do here is using the exact same little diagonal sort of poles here. We want to set this to an 1/8, set this to a 1/4, bring that to about there. And then we want to set this like this and just chuck this in like this. There you go. And then, of course, we want to get in our thingy right here. So if I'm right, yeah, that comes out. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to place these. It'll look a little odd for now, but we're just going to place these like this, this, this. And then we're going to get our pole right here. Bring that up to there. And we're going to get our diagonal ones right here. Actually, no, our shallow diagonal ones, sorry. We're going to go like this, across by 2, up by 1, as we've done many times before here. We'll just paint that all nicely there. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're just going to get our gable roof. Honestly, this is very, very similar to the main ones that we were doing earlier. This one over here. It's basically the same sort of style, but I just wanted to show you how it'd look if you're going to be doing like this sort of thingy here rather instead. Let's just set that to a half and to a full there, just to make my life a lot easier here, because if not, this is going to be a pain. And you know, making your life a pain, not worth it. Put that there, put that there, and then we'll just get our little roof trim like that, and then our roof trim like so. There we go. And that's pretty much everything there. Now, I think I do need to paint all this, don't I? Yep, let's just paint all that there. But that's pretty much everything, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to quickly run over there now just to make sure, because obviously I don't want to be telling you guys the wrong thing, because that would be kind of annoying for you. Oh yes, of course, if you're going to be extending this out, which actually, you know what, we're just going to extend this out here, just because I feel like you know, this would actually be quite useful to know here. But if we just bring this out, what I do here is I bring this bar, if we just go back to an 1/8 and a 1/4 on that one there, is I just bring this bar out like this. No, that's probably a shit. There we go. Bring that out like that and like that on whole pieces like that. And then, of course, bring our roof trims out like so. Pretty simple stuff, hey? And then what we want to do is get our 1/4 one right here. Place that like that. Place that like that. And there you go. That's basically everything you need to know about that. So the last thing that I'm going to go through here before we end off right here, you already know how to do all your windows and stuff, so I'm not going to go through that, but you've just got your chimneys right here. So all you want to do is grab this little cuboid one right here. In this example, we'll just go on to default everything, by the way, here, people. We're just going to place one here. So all you want to do is just get your cuboid here and just bring it all the way up until it sticks through like that, maybe about that much. And then we want to get just a little pot right here. We're just going to use this pot right here, just in that color. And then we're just going to place this here. We're just going to go down to a quarter size here. And then a quarter like that. We're just going to bring that down to about there. And then last thing we're going to do is go into others here. We're going to scroll across. We're going to find a smoke emitter. We're going to chuck it in like so. Boom. And then what I actually like to do here, what's probably a better idea, get rid of this pot here. What I normally do is I bring this up to 250% because normally it doesn't give much smoke out for a chimney looking thing. But there you go. You can now see that's what it looks like there. Pretty nice. Everything looks great there. And then just a couple last things that I'll go through here for entrance wise. Well, first of all, if you want to do this balcony sort of thingy, it's pretty easy here. All you need to do is just do a diagonal, one of these things right here. And then here, I'm just using the little pole primitives here. Pretty simple design. You can see that right there. I'm not going to go for it because this video is already long enough. For this queue right here, pretty simple. All I've done here is just use our pole woodens right here. With a circular ones at the end. And then just put the rope between it like this. And added these little lights on, which if you're wondering how I did that, it's just poles with these lights on the top. In terms of this fountain, that's pretty easy to do as well. All you need to do is just dig out a 3x3 area, as you can see, like that. And then a 1x1 area like that. Paint the bottom concrete. Add these little curvy things right here. Add this cylinder with whatever color you're doing. And then add a middle water emitter right here. This one, the 800-pound one with two, I think this is the 850-pound, sorry, ones going in like that. Pretty simple. There's no point in going through that because this is just pretty simple stuff. Now, if you want to see me actually do a tutorial on this full entrance right here, rather than just doing the individual pieces, you know, let's get to... I don't know. Let's get to 20 likes on this video. Let's say 25 likes, okay? Because this is quite a big tutorial to do right here, and it'll take me quite a while. So if you want to see an exact tutorial on this entrance right here, let's get 25 likes. And also something else I wanted to say, if you want me to do the exact happening point entrance, the exact same as the way that I did it on in happening point, because this is obviously a similar style. Also, please leave that down in the comments. I'll obviously do that. I want to see what sort of tutorials you guys want to see here, so please do tell me down below. And of course, I'll do that sort of stuff. But I mean, guys, that's going to be everything today. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like and subscribe. Here are the lovely patrons, hopefully coming up on screen sometime soon. You can check me out on Patreon for just £1 a month. You can get your video shout out and all that sort of stuff, and it really supports me out. All that lovely sort of stuff. Of course, there's also my Discord and my other channels. You can find that all down below. But except from that, guys, watch the videos on screen, and I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye!